Good evening, YouTube, model rear fans from the Boeville and Newtown. It's December 26th, 2015. Now, it's the day after Christmas. I think I caught it in vlog 35 that, that was going to be, that was before Christmas. This is now after Christmas. This is vlog 36. Anyway, I was I was actually thinking about waiting on doing this one, or doing another vlog, until it was closer to the new year. However, as of, I guess, yesterday, I picked up my 100th subscriber. Yay! Woo! For what it is. About 3,500 views, and now 100 subscribers. Tex Horse was number 100. Sorry, at this point I don't have anything special for you, other than that you were number 100. So that's the big news, other than the fact that nothing else has happened down here. Actually did go out tonight because we picked up we picked up some gift cards from family. We actually went out and did some shopping tonight on December the 26th. Just went out and went to dinner, and we actually went and stopped by Lowe's, which is not exactly one of my favorite places. But anyway, I went in there. And just for curiosity's sake, because we just had the thing on the YouTube Model Builders over the weekend, last Saturday, about lighting, which is something that this room down here has got issues, because I've never really done anything with the lighting down here. It's still the old light bulb incandescents that have been down here since I got the house. 5 years ago. I haven't done anything with the lighting down here. I want to go ahead and put in, the only thing I have done is I put in two, I don't know what you want to call them, they're reflectors, thermal incandescents in them as well. They're actually tied into the light switch so that when I flip off the lights down here, they go out as well. They're actually rigged into where one of the light bulbs belongs. Just took out one of the light bulbs and put these things in. But anyway, so I was actually looking in, as if, trying to get wood for this thing and everything else I think I'm going to need, and then having to look for a ceiling and then lights on top of it, because as you can see over top of my head, there is no ceiling here, it's just rafters. Yeah, this is going to be a major project if and when I actually get around to rebuilding the Boeville and Newtown. But again, that's another story for another time, and right now I'm still playing around with ideas. I think I'm up to idea 14 or 15, something like that. I gave up on, well, not gave up, but idea 13 will work. 13 Charlie will work. I was just trying to find something else that would, one of the things I happen to think about is, with the way that this thing is actually set up, it would be somewhat easy just to turn it and get it to where it's facing the correct direction. So I'm actually thinking about going back and doing this in stages. First thing is getting it turned to where it's actually the correct side out. That's stage one, and then stage two would actually be adding on to it. And then stage 3 would actually be putting the hidden yards in. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. The thing of it is I haven't really had a chance to draw up how it is today, or how it is going to look once I'm done flipping it the correct direction. So, that's the first, because things do have to change a little bit for that to happen. The town of Boeville, for instance, right now it's kind of an L shape over top of the passenger line with the freight yard in front. Well, the edge of Boeville would actually have to either get cut back or would have to get swung as well, because the tracks no longer would bend out from underneath of it. They would actually come straight out from underneath of it. So those are those little design idiosyncrasies that I'm going to have to deal with. The other thing of it is right now with the way that the trackage is set up, you know, my yard tracks end up going into, or going up against the curve back to the straight, which leads up underneath a Wykert Hill. Well, you know, with the new, once the thing gets turned the right side out, they won't turn to the left. If you're looking, or if you're facing the yard, right now it turns to the left and goes behind the yard, it'll turn to the right and disappear. So that section would need to be expanded, moved, redone, something. I think for the most part, both New Bolshide and Newtown would probably, well, think about this for a second, right? No, Newtown would actually get slid. So in other words, instead of it sticking out towards the pit, it would actually stick out towards the other out in the other direction, because that's the direction it needs to be. And then of course, then I could put up a backdrop and so on and so forth, which is something that I don't currently have, because guess what? If I put up a backdrop, then I wouldn't be able to get to half the stuff, and you wouldn't be able to view it, because you'd have to look over top of the backdrop to be able to see what's going on the railroad. So, yeah, that's not going to work. So, like I said, I've got ideas. Like I said, the first thing is just flipping this thing, rotating it, and then going from there. So, like I said, the big news of the night, though, is the fact that I hit 100 subscribers. TechSource was number 100. I think I've already mentioned that, but it's a big deal for me. I mean, here it is, as I mentioned in vlog 35, that, you know, I've been on the air if you really want to call it that. I've been on the air since December 21st, 2014. So I actually hit my 1 year mark, and then a couple days later, I hit my subscribers. So, you know, and again, I hate reiterating stuff, but that's where I'm at the moment. You know, here again, I wouldn't be doing this, talking about what's going on with this thing, if it weren't for the folks on the other side of the camera. So, as long as people keep taking an interest in me and my goofiness, and this simplistic, semi-simplistic layout as it sits, then I'll keep doing this. So, you know, to me, like I said, this is fun. This is a hobby. This is a hobby. It's not stressful. It's cool. Come down here, play with the trains. You know, run the trains, play with the trains. I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. I didn't get a chance to run the trains. The last time I ran the trains, it was on vlog 35, so. And the same trains that were out there then are still out there, because, like I said, I haven't done anything down here. You know, the Christmas holiday kind of threw things into a tailspin for a little bit, but that's normal. It's Christmas. That's what it's, you know, the reason for the season. So, trying to think if there's anything else that I can kind of discuss, talk about, play around with down here. I think I've pretty much beaten a dead horse. Oh, you know what? I did find something. I was flipping, and of course now I can't find it again. But I was flipping through some old books that I've got down here. I was looking for something for Gino, to which he got. I sent it to him. It was the plan on how to use the SPSTs, single pole, momentary push buttons for remote switches, instead of using the Atlas or the lifelike slide push button switches, which obviously take up a lot of room, and especially on a very intricate layout would be, you know, ridiculous. But I've got an intricate layout, or at least for the yard, and yeah, I've got rows and rows of these slide push button switches. But I know what they are because I numbered them all. But it's the yard, you know. I mean, yeah, you could go ahead and use those little SPSTs, and yeah, great. That's if you've got a nice piece of masonite that you're going to light up a track plane on. I don't have that. my power packs sit on my Masonite. So anyway, when I was looking through there, I actually found something on how to build your own DC throttles. To which you all, most everybody on here understands, I'm still DC. I have no aspirations at this point to do DCC, namely because of all the all the locomotives that I've got sitting over here on the shelf, and the ones obviously that are presently on the Boeville and Newtown. I mean, there's I think at last count there was 100 or not 100. Last count there's somewhere close to 65 DC locomotives on here. Now, granted, not all of them are up to speed. Case in point, something like this dude, which is an AHM for a seat liner, obviously with the way that this thing is set up, there's no way it would ever work at DCC. So, I have no gumption to go ahead and sit here and start manipulating all these locomotives. There's no way. So anyway, but I realized if I build this layout the way I want to build it, I'm going to need some way of having walk-around throttle. And obviously the easiest way to do that would be to go DCC. Duh! That's if you've got the cash. And of course somebody a while back had mentioned, hey, you could go ahead and sell off some of your locomotives and go ahead and get a real nice DC loco. Yeah, I could. The thing of it is, and granted, I understand, here again, I collect. And I understand that what I've got sitting over here on these shelves, some of this stuff is probably not worth some of it's not worth the metal it's minted out of. I get it. The thing of it is it's stuff that means something to me. So it's got more sentimental than anything else. So, I have no plans on thinning these out. The one thing I'm working on for that buddy of mine, that's a little bit different. That's, like I said, I'm not a Santa Fe person. I'm mostly Eastern Seaboard railroads. So, at least from the 50s to the 70s. For that, yeah, I'm going ahead and trying to fix this thing up for him to go ahead and give it so he can use it, and it's out of my hair. But, and some of the other things I've just been real fans of, like a New Haven and the Rock Island. I just like their logo, and yeah, I could go out and get another locomotive that looks like, but that's not the point. And of course, then again, I've got some stuff up there on this shelf that belonged to my dad, and that's absolutely going nowhere. So, I can tell I'm up to 13 minutes. And I still have to move this thing from the iPad to the laptop to get it over to YouTube, since I'm still having issues with that. Excuse me. But, again, this will be the last vlog of the year. I will obviously be taking a break until next year, even though it's only a couple days away. 7 days away, to be honest. 7 days. It's the 26th. No, it's not 7 days, dum-dum. Yeah, that would be good if it was 7 days away. Hey, January 33rd. Way to go. I'm telling you, it's not been, it's just been one of those. Anyway, this will be the last vlog of the year for 2015. 2016's coming up. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and cut it off here before I go ahead and dig myself a deeper hole. So, you all know the deal. You wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. Happy, prosperous, and safe 2016. And we'll catch you there. You all have a good one. See ya.